Hey guys, want to give you an update on the survival tabs. I took these things out backpacking and a little bushcrafting. Did a nice little trip about a week and a half ago or so. And hopefully the video will be up soon. I got a lot of editing to do, so you'll see it. And I didn't really get any video. Like, what am I going to take a video of me eating these? It just kind of seemed dumb. So I'll put that video up on that trip shortly. But I pretty much went with these for most of the trip. I did eat some regular food, and that was just out of, I don't know, it just seemed, I got it basically, to explain, I got in the first day, and we hiked in quite a few miles the first day, and we were looking for a place to set up a primitive camp, someplace that we could go back to, semi-permanent, maybe make a little shelter in there, and that kind of thing. So I spent the day wandering around through the woods, so these things were really handy. And I kind of followed the instructions, and I had like 2 or 3 per hour. I think they say like 1 or 2, but I did like 2 or 3 per hour throughout the entire day. And I felt pretty good throughout the day. I didn't get bonked. I didn't, feel like dizzy or lightheaded or weak or anything like that. Because sometimes I'm getting older, guys. If I don't eat, and I go 6-8 hours without eating, I will get, it's like those Snickers commercials. I get hangry. So these things actually did really good at keeping me going, keeping energy up throughout the day. Even when I was working hard, we were bushwhacking through some really heavy brush and climbing up some really super steep hills as well. Did a good job. So as the night went on, though, I did have some dinner. I made it a light dinner. I didn't overdo it because I knew I wanted to really test these things and see. So I ended up having, I think it was some sausage and some instant potatoes or something like that for dinner. Got up in the morning, had a bunch in the morning. I think I had like 6 or so in the morning for breakfast. Got to work, cutting firewood, building a fire pit the next day, doing, doing a whole bunch of work for the camp, setting up, we made a table, which you'll see the video. We made a table for the camp. We cleared out the area, cleared out a lot of brush, cleared out a lot of weeds, shrubs, cut some branches, basically made this thing into a home. Preparing the area for the shelter. So this was a lot of work, guys. This was a busy day, working really hard, and doing it. It wasn't extraordinarily warm. It was maybe 70 degrees, but still, that was, swinging the axe, swinging the machete, clearing, doing all kinds of tough work, carrying a lot of wood, carrying a lot of down wood, going down to the river, picking up rocks, bringing them back to the campsite. So as you can tell, it was a hectic day. It was a lot of work we had to do in a very short period of time. So throughout the day, I had like 3 or 4 of these at a time. And during the second day, I definitely got really hungry. All that hard work definitely put a strain on me, and I was feeling it, to be honest. I really felt hungry. I didn't feel weak. I didn't feel dizzy or lightheaded or anything like that. It wasn't anything critical, but, the lack of food definitely kicked in, and you're only talking a day, guys. You're at like 24 hours at this point. So I definitely felt the hunger and went through the night. Of course, that night for dinner, I think I had, maybe a Mountain House, so you're only talking maybe 400 or 500 calories in one of them. So throughout the day, all I had aside from the survival tabs was one little, I think it was a Chili Mac Mountain House. Got up in the morning, I popped 5 or 6 more, and we hiked out to make it out. And overall, guys, like I said, they're not a complete and total meal replacement. If you're working hard, you're going to be super, super hungry, and you're going to be pretty crabby. But as far as keeping you going and keeping your energy up, I found these things were really good. Because like I said, guys, I'm at that point in life, I can't go 8 hours of working hard, hiking, camping, setting up camp, and not eat something. It's not happening anymore. Not where I am in the game. And these things definitely helped make that happen without getting a headache, without feeling like I needed to sit down. It kept me moving. So I think these things are a really good option for that sort of appliance. You want something to keep you moving. You want something for your bug out bag just to keep you going, to give you energy if you got to do a long, grueling hike. Because I tell you guys, these are way easier than 99% of the foods out there. With the exception of having maybe a Ziploc bag of Gorp in your pocket, this is about as simple as it gets. You know, you just pop it open, put it right in your pocket as you're walking along, pull it out, take a couple of them, throw it back in your pocket. You don't have to worry about it. They're not strong smelling, so you don't have to worry about bears, you know, being attracted to them. You don't have to worry about animals coming after them. A lot, you know, whereas something like Gorp, you set that down on a rock, you walk away for 10 minutes, you know, you might have some mice come up and take that thing in a big hurry. So it was kind of nice, and being able to set them down, leave them around, not have to worry about it. I didn't have any issues with bugs going after them, bees. There's a lot of bees out, guys. You know, bees coming after them, whereas things you do put out, some of those survival foods, they do tend to draw insects, ants, bugs, things like that. I didn't notice anything like that to complain about. But overall, guys, not a bad little thing. I think as long as you stick within the realm of reality, these things are not going to keep you alive forever, indefinitely, but as an aid, as an extra thing, as a way to keep vitamins in your system, the way to keep nutrients in your system, and to keep yourself going on a hard, grueling day, I think these are a great, fantastic supplement. And I'm really glad I got the opportunity to try them out, because it is something I will definitely buy and buy more of and utilize, and, you know, put these in to bug out bags, put these into my car kits. I think these are a lot better and will do a lot better in a hot car than most foods out there. So there's your update.